There is no better place to look for California native plants than in their natural habitat. Hi, welcome to my channel, Cacti and Succulents with Senior Sue. Well, today I am up in the San Gabriel Mountains near Wrightwood, California, and the lake that you are looking at right now is Jackson Lake. Now, while we were up here, we were camping and we also went on some hikes. So I thought I would show you some of the California native plants that we saw while we were up there hiking in the area. This plant here is called a California Fuchsia. So I will put that botanical name across the screen if you're interested. And then there are also a few more native plants in the area where we are camping, but there is quite a bit of this California Fuchsia plant. California Fuchsia is very easy to grow in your garden, and hummingbirds love this plant. This native will bloom during the summer months and will go dormant during the winter. This perennial prefers full sun and low water. This second plant is called Golden Fleece, and I will put the botanical name across the screen. And Golden Fleece is native to both California and Oregon, and you can often find it growing in a chaparral community or in the woodlands, and it can be grown in full sun to partial shade, and it is considered a shrub and can reach a height of 7 to 10 feet tall. That's pretty tall, and it can be used as a hedge. If you find that I have identified any of these plants incorrectly, just put a comment down below in the comment section. I would appreciate it. Now this is a really interesting plant. It has like these little bladder pods on it, and they're tinted with slightly pinkish red. And here are the ends of the plant, the flowering part. Or maybe those turn into the bladder pods, I'm not sure. But I will look this one up, but I'm pretty sure this is a California native plant, and it might be called bladder pod plant. But I'll look it up and give you all of that information. But I think it's pretty cool. Now here are the spent pods, and they're very papery. Okay, the seeds are inside there. Let me see here. Okay, I don't know if you can see the seeds in there, if those are actually the seeds. But yeah, this is a pretty interesting little plant. Yeah, and they're very papery-like, almost like a stiff tissue paper. Now when you shake them, you can hear the seeds in there. I don't know if you can hear it. I had trouble identifying this plant. It might be a San Joaquin milk vetch or an Angel Island milkwort. Either way, it does appear that the genus of this plant is Astragalus, and the plant is in the legume family. If you know what this plant is, please note it down below in the comment section. Now this plant is a sanddune flower, and it flowers in the spring and the summer. At first I thought this plant was a narrow-leaf milkweed because the leaves are very similar on both of the plants. However, the narrow-leaf milkweed does not have yellow flowers. I love being here when everything is in bloom. Now I'll have to look this one up and let you know what it is, but these look like little curled up caterpillars, don't they? So here's the foliage. It looks like white blooms. And there's a whole patch of them here. This is a California scorpionweed, and sometimes it pays to know the plant identification before you touch the plant. Apparently there are several types of scorpionweed, and some of them contain oils that can cause a rash that's similar to poison oak. But I got lucky and had no issues. These plants like full sun to light shade and well-draining soil. Now we are on a hike at Vincent Gap, but I wanted to show you this plant. So I'll have to look up and see what this is when I at a place where I get reception. This is the woolly Indian paintbrush plant, and it is native to northern Baja California and Southern California. It's a perennial wildflower, thrives in coastal sage scrub, chaparral, rocky deserts, and mountain slope areas. Now, isn't this pretty? Wildflowers. And this is the area where they had a big fire because we're up near Wrightwood, and that was last year. But this part, I don't know if this part burned. Pretty. It's just very pretty. And yes, this area did burn, and I will insert a few pictures in here of the area. Now in this video clip, you can see a few of the plants that I already talked about. You can see them all grouped together. There is the California Fuchsia in there, the Sanddune Wallflower, and the woolly Indian paintbrush. And here we have miner's lettuce. It's an edible California native plant, and it got its name during the California Gold Rush. Miner's lettuce is heavy in vitamin C, and it was used by the Native Americans as food and a medicine. This beauty is silver lupine. It's a shrub that is native to Oregon and California. And silver lupine flowers in the spring and summer, and the flowers can be blue, lavender, or pink. Now this is another plant that prefers well-draining soil. I had some trouble identifying this plant. I believe it might be Ceanothus, which is a California lilac. Now the California lilac can have purple blooms or white blooms. Please leave a comment if you know the identification of this plant. This small tree has some absolutely beautiful flowers, and I do not know the name of this tree or plant or whether or not it is a California native. Now, I went to use a plant identification, and one came up as a box elder, another one came up as a black lotus. So if you know what this is, let me know, but the flowers on this tree are just gorgeous. And lastly, we have the snow plant or the snow flower. This is a springtime flowering plant, and it is a parasitic plant. It lives off the mycorrhizal fungi that are attached to the roots of the trees. Okay, so stay tuned to the end of this video, and I will insert some photos of the wildfire damage done to this area and give you one last view of Jackson Lake and a few other photos. And as always, thanks so much for watching, and check back with me next time to see what I'm up to. Bye.